Alright, Shalom. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai. The name of the only begotten, the Father, and his only begotten Son, Yahushai, who the world ignorantly call God and Jesus. Double honors to the apostles and elders at GMS. You brothers in the four corners of the earth pushing this word in sincerity and in truth. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakah Kodash, and also the nation of Israel, who are the Latinos, natives, and so-called Negroes scattered among every nation. And of course, they would come out looking like these other nations. All right, like the scripture said, there's two that bear witness upon earth, the blood and the spirit. All right, go back to the lineage of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob once you receive this truth. All right, the scripture term you confusion of faces. All right, so this lesson, Lord's will, I pray that it edify the elect of the nation of Israel, the hopeful elect, alright, through the spirit of Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai. This lesson, I think I will call it the characteristic of a sheep, because when you go to the scriptures, the Lord speak, often compare the nation of Israel to a sheep. Alright? Let me go get Jeremiah. First scripture we get is Jeremiah 50 verse 7. 50 verse 6. It say, my people have been lost sheep. Alright? And who is the Lord's people? Let's go to the New Testament. Alright? 15 verse 24. It say, but he answered and said, I am not sent, but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. You see, so Israel is the Lord's people. Who are you Latinos, you natives, and you so-called Negroes, scattered among every nation, and you've been lost sheep. Alright, meaning that you was discontinued from your heritage. Alright? You was discontinued from your heritage that the Lord give you, which is the law, statutes, and commandment, and you went astray. Alright? So that's why the Lord term you a lost sheep, as lost sheep. One more scripture I have to get. Anyways, 7. Salakia. Okay, let's get back into the characteristic of the sheep. Alright? It says sheep is a meek animal, meaning humble. The word meek. Yeah, let me just pull that up. Meek. Alright? It says meek, quiet, gentle, and easily imposed on, submissive. She bought a meek little, you see, long suffering, synonyms, patient, forbearing, resigned. You see, so the first characteristic of a sheep that we now return to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, we're supposed to be meek, meaning quiet, don't talk too much, gentle, are soft and easily imposed on, submissive to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and his word. You see? So that's the first characteristic. Let me go back to this. They are usually very quiet and gentle, holding themselves aloof from the world. In a herd, all the sheep tend to listen to their leaders and show esteem to them. In the scripture always say that obey them that is over you. Let me get that scripture. They always listen to the leaders. First I would read is John 10 verse 7. And Yahushua said unto them again, Verily, verily, I say unto you, I am the door of the sheep. All that ever came before me are thieves and robbers, but the sheep did not hear them. You see? But I'm gonna come back to that in a few. Me can Hebrews 13 verse 17. It said, obey them that have the rule over you, and submit yourselves, for they watch for your souls, as they that must give account, that they may do it with joy and not with grief, for it that is unprofitable for you. You see, so that's why you have to take, you have to, that's why, that's one of the characteristic of a sheep, in a herd, or because yeah, yeah, in a herd, all the sheep tend to listen to their leaders and show esteem to them. And yeah, and you coming into this truth, you have to be a sheep, right? So you have to listen to your leaders, all right, starting with the apostles and the elders at GMS, all right. That's the truth. Let me read back. Let me jump to John 10 verse 7. And said, Yahushua unto them, Verily, verily I say unto you, I am the door of the sheep. All that ever come before me are thieves and robbers, but the sheep did not hear them. And that's all these different sects and all these different leaders, all right, that coming up and calling themselves Israelites and calling themselves and teaching a different, complete different doctrine. All right, all these pastors and all of these people, they say, I am the door, I am the door. By me, if any man enter in, he shall be saved, and shall go in and out and find pasture. All right, let me jump to 11. I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd giveth his life for the sheep. You see, but he that is an hireling and not the shepherd, whose own the sheep are not, seeth the wolf coming, and leave the sheep and flee, and the wolf catch them and scatter the sheep. That's why the sheep always follow the leaders, all right, because the leaders protect the sheep, the shepherd, all right, because of the obedient character. You see, obedient, and a lot of Jake are very disobedient. They hate to follow orders. You know, they hate to follow orders. All right. I say, because of the obedient character, sheep are among the most popular animal beloved by mankind. All right. The fates curved of people born in the year of sheep, goat, ram exhibits an overall slightly ascending trend, which implies they will. Uh, However, if they can come across brilliant leaders or people who appreciate their talent, they will distinguish themselves. Never mind. It's a hard working, persistent, strive. All right. So let me see what is going on to. With low profile people, what they say that with low profile people born in the year of sheep are very mild, diligent. Give diligent to make your call in an election sure, and practical. They don't care about what others judge, and just do the things they deem right. And what's that? That's the truth. You do the truth. They show filial obedience. Let me see what this word means. I never see this word before. See what the word means. Come on, internet, move. All right. It say relating to or due from a son or daughter. Right? I can't even pronounce that word. Let's see what Google saying. Google say something now? Anyways, back to the lesson. They show filial obedience to their parents. You see? They are reliable partners. Salakia. Now the Google working. Shit. They are real. Salakia brothers, if I all over the place, you see. But I want to run through this fast. So your brothers could probably fit this into your character, you know. They are reliable partners to cooperate with, as they are considerate and prudent. See, prudent mean wise. Be wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove. They are considerate, meaning they are not selfish, just thinking about others. They're thinking about their brothers. Alright, they're not selfish. You see? And that's one of the things in this truth, you know, brothers have to be aware of that spirit of selfishness, because when afflictions start catching a brother, he tend to become selfish and stop worrying about our next brother. You see? It said they do not squander money or flashy or unpractical articles and have the habit of saving money. In that in that the nation of Israel, in that you so-called Latinos, natives, and so-called Negroes, scattered among every nation, when you get money, you want to blow out everything. You see? It said they are not very tall and strong, but are very persistent. Once they obtain the favor of their leaders, their genius will be present to the highest degree. It said weaknesses, indecisive, timid, vain. To some extent, they are pessimist. I never see this word before. Let me see. We're going on with this word. Oh boy. Pessimist. A person who tends to fuck. So, say a person who tends to see the worst aspect of things or believe that the worst will happen. You know, and we prophet and we always see that the worst could happen in this kingdom. You see why Yahushua tell we are sheep. We are sheep in the midst of wolves. You know, yeah, so Yahushua ain't sent it, like Apostle Gabar always say. The Lord ain't sent us out there to be a big tough guy, or you know, strong and flexing muscles, you know, and show off on all that shit and strength that we don't even get, you know. Alright? So sometimes they simply do things with the guidance of destiny, which is faith. You see? They love to be attentive and flattered. The compliments from their friends, and in this truth you have to be careful with that, because the scriptures say the reverence of don't make the reverence of any man cause thee to fall, and that could lift you up and cause you to become prideful. So which compliments is good, you know, sometimes to the flesh, but you have to be careful. They said the compliments from their friends and partners may please them a lot. When it comes to love, they are shy and dare not express their feelings to the people they have a crush on. However, if they want to give up the negative personality traits, those shortcomings can be totally overcome as long as they have the strong will. You see, creative, brilliant taste is in art. Nah, shit. Best jobs for sheep: artists, writers, uh, philosophers, whatever, whatever. Moderate, moderate prosperity. Yeah, it's a. Let me see if I could go into this, brothers. Thanks to the favor of fortune, sheep people seldom experience economic constraint. Though they are not millionaires or billionaires, they can enjoy a fairly well off life when they are young. They are fond of buying luxury goods, which may result in a short-term tight budget. Therefore, they should learn to refrain themselves from the desire for shopping. If they can arrange their money well and be devoted to career, they will make a big difference sooner or later. That ain't Jake at all. Jake would blow everything out. Especially when Jake stress. Shit. Actually, say sensitive to unclean food and air. Pay attention to our disease. You see? See? See why the Lord call us a sheep? Because the Lord give us large statutes and commandments concerning this. Leviticus 11. To some extent, they are picky eaters when they are extremely happy or depressed. They do not eat, and that shit happened to me, you know. I'm sure it happened to you, brothers. They do not eat regularly, which is harmful to health. Yeah, you just feel like for fast, feel especially now you get all this GMO food and all that shit. You go into a restaurant, you don't even know you're hungry, but you don't want to eat. You're looking at food and you know you just fucking confused, and that's what this kingdom gets you, you know. So that's why we have to pray to Yahweh Shem Shai to get delivered out of this place. They are sensitive to unclean food and air. Yeah, when you return to your nationality, you stop eating pork because the scripture said don't eat no pork, no scavengers, no unclean animals. All right, their health condition is readily affected by changes in weather. I don't know about that. Maybe if your brothers know about that, you know. So they are susceptible to colds. They should pay attention to our disease and avoid doing intense activities, especially after the middle age. All that shit, whatever. But that was just a little characteristic of a sheep. Alright, so let me get some more at this and I will close. John 10 and 14. I am the good shepherd, which is Yahweh Shai, and know my sheep. The sheep, who is the Lord's sheep? Those that do the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Alright, it will boils down to the elect of the nation of Israel, which we all striving for. And I'm known of mine. As the Father knoweth me, even so know I the Father, and I lay down my life for the sheep. And other sheep I have which are not of this fold, them also I must bring, and they shall hear my voice, and they shall be one fold and one shepherd. And that's what the Lord is doing now, bringing back the tribes together, the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom, the Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, you know, Negroes, West Indians, so called, and Asian with the Latinos and the natives. All right. Therefore do my Father love me, because I laid down my life that I might take it again. No man take it from me, but I lay it down of myself. I have power to lay it down, and I have power to take it again. This commandment have I received of my Father. So brothers, I hope this video was edifying to the spirit and power Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. You see, it's hard for a sheep to live in the midst of wolves. See why we suffer afflictions? So, Lord's will, this video is edifying. Your brother stay strong. Shalom. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Bashim Rakah Kodash, Barakatam.